The northern portion of Camp Cook had already been reassigned, handed over to the Air Force, and that was Vandenberg. South Camp Cook became Point Aguelo. So South Camp, well, all of Camp Cook was an Army installation, originally used to train soldiers for service in World War II and later Korea. So it had been decommissioned and now is being partitioned out to the other branches of the service. In December '57, then Secretary of Defense Neil McElroy directed the Army to transfer 20,000 acres of that portion of Camp Cook, the southern portion, from the Army to the Navy, and then assigned the Navy management of that facility. The Navy has this convention of naming an installation after a well-known nearby mariner's landmark. And the closest one, the largest one in the area, is Point Aguelo. So the Navy arrived on the site in 1958. Now the area that they had been given was used as an artillery impact area. So there's a lot of unexploded ordnance, a lot of shrapnel, not a lot else there. So in fact, the only buildings that were on the installation when they arrived were 5 abandoned farmhouses. They used one of those as a combination guard facility headquarters for a while. All of the roads were essentially just a single dirt track, rutted dirt track that wandered around, and there was really not much else. The old State Highway 150 that ran through Lompoc went down to the town of Surf, still in existence at this time, and then curved southward and went up towards Sudden Ranch. The installation was uncommon for a naval facility because it was designed from the start to be used as a working facility only, meaning nobody was living on base. There weren't any personnel or community services located on that facility. Everyone except for the Marine security forces were actually housed and supported over on Vandenberg, just across the Santa Ynez River from them. In November of 1963, Secretary of Defense Robert S. McNamara ordered a restructuring of the Department of Defense missile ranges and flight test facilities. So he was looking to streamline operations and reduce redundancies and duplication of efforts. Part of this reorganization included transfers of major sections of the Navy's Pacific Missile Range, including Point Aguelo, to the Air Force from the Navy. So the Navy missile program and range facilities then scaled back down to kind of centering right around Point Mugu, and then the Air Force assumed full responsibility of those missile range operations, and much like the things that we do today on the base. So Vandenberg then controlled that range, much of the instrumentation in the Pacific Ocean, and renamed the range the Air Force Western Test Range. That designation was shortened to the Western Test Range in 1979, and then it was later shortened to what we call it by today, the Western Range. And then as land-based tracking and monitoring instrumentation systems became more accurate and reliable, and the need for those range instrumentation ships and that the island-based instrumentation became less and less necessary. So the last Western Range ship was decommissioned in January of 1975. And then most of the island-based instrumentation sites were transferred to other agencies around that time as well.